east is not a minute late. We innovate, got more drive than the interstate. Now let's debate, sit down and negotiate. La Cocina, en la Cocina, en la Cocina, en la Cocina.
There was no intro this afternoon, this evening. Oh my goodness. Listen, let me tell you something. It's a live show. Anything goes. You hear me? Anything. So, welcome to episode 8, La Cocina podcast. I'm your girl, Danny Ray. I am joined here by my special guest host for this Sunday, Tori Indeed of Vibe to Vibe Radio. Super excited to have her here. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
As she's typing away, hang on, give her a second, okay? Listen, I'm super excited for our special guest that we have here today. We have Ashleigh S. Wilkerson, author, journalist, singer-songwriter, but particularly she's here to promote her new book, The Silent Curse. So we're going to get into that this evening. I have my brother in the building, DJ MartyRockk. He's here rocking out with us today. We're going to be talking a little bit about his success that he got going on, because he just, listen, stay tuned. Are y'all ready? Stay tuned. Who do we have here on the live? Let's do a quick check-in. Tuti is here, although I didn't doubt that. JC is here. Elliott's here. Tanya's here. Who else do we have? Corey's here. Shout outs to everybody that's tuning in on the live. This is episode 8, La Cocina podcast for the culture. That's what it is, yo. We're doing all about the culture today. So you already know how this works. We do a 15 to 20 minute topic, trending topic segment, and then we get right into it with the nuts and bolts of the interview. Now that I'm not gonna lie to you, we have 2 guests on the show for the first time in a while. So the trending topic segment may be a little short today, but it's all good. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna rock out. Thank you so much for joining. So, first things first. Are you ready now? Are you all caught up?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're all here. We're all present. So let's talk about the first things first, which is the first topic. Mia Irizarry, young lady who was celebrating. Yeah, man. We got to go there.
Absolutely.
Young lady who was celebrating her 24th birthday in Chicago's Caldwell Woods Forest Preserve in Chicago, Illinois, when she was confronted by a drunken Timothy Tribus, a 62-year-old man who clearly had no business being there. But he scolded her for wearing a Puerto Rican shirt. He then proceeded to aggressively question her as to whether or not she was a citizen. Now, mind you...
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
But Puerto Ricans are not foreigners.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We're going to have a brief geography lesson about how Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States, and how they are, in fact, American citizens, just in case nobody knew. Hello. We're here. We're very much, legal. So, yes, that's that. But meanwhile, during this confrontation, what I think it's important to note, and what I really want to note for this evening, is that there was a police officer present at the time. A gentleman goes by the name of Patrick Connor of the Chicago Preserve. He's a Chicago Preserve officer from Cook County. And homeboy just did not intervene up until her relative got involved. So this is what we're going to do. Pac, can we show the picture of Mia Irizarry? Oh, poor Mia Irizarry. She's so cute. She had, listen, all she was trying to do, she had her permit for the park.
Say.
Yeah.
And she kept telling the officer, I have a permit, and that she has a party, she's having a party there, and that she feels harassed.
Right. Wow. It's crazy. So, poor Mia Irizarry was celebrating her 24th birthday, was doing absolutely nothing wrong, minding her business, prepping for her party, when this happens. Let's roll that video.
This is what I'm wearing, you guys. Are you really? This is what I'm wearing. Can you please get away from me? Can you really get away from me? Well, first of all, the United States owns Puerto Rico, so we're part of the United States.
We don't own Puerto Rico. We protect Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Okay. The United States of America. So what you want now?
Well, what's your point, sir?
My point is, why are you wearing that?
Because I can. Officer, I'm renting this area, and he's harassing me about the shirt that I'm wearing.
You're not renting it.
I did rent it. I have a permit for this. Right, so can you please step away from me, sir? Can you please step away from me?
You're not going to change us. You know that?
I'm not trying to change anyone. I'm just trying to come here for a birthday party.
You're not going to change the United States of America.
Okay. Okay.
You should not be wearing that in the United States.
Wow. Yeah. So that's exactly what happened. Just like that. No type of help, aid from an officer, just standing by, doing absolutely nothing until her relative then gets involved. And he tries to intervene, as I believe you guys might have saw in the video. He tries to intervene, or maybe it got cut off because I only gave you guys about a minute of footage. But I encourage you to go watch the full video. It's pretty disturbing, especially that, I mean, come on, man. This is 2018. If you don't know that Puerto Rico is a territory by now, I mean, get your refund back from whatever high school, college, elementary school, preschool you went to, fam. Like, I don't know what more to tell you, and I don't know what more for people to understand. It's just so crazy, just the ignorance and the rudeness that we have succumbed to as a nation at this point in time is pretty astounding. Tori, what are your thoughts on this? Because I know that, number one, you're Peruvian.
Right.
So you understand this struggle more than anybody on what it is to be discriminated against. How does this make you feel?
One thing I do not tolerate is racism.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know how to express myself because I get a little angered, and I feel like nobody should be going through this at all, especially a Puerto Rican.
Right.
I'm not Puerto Rican, but as you mentioned, it's a territory.
Yeah.
So why would you even say anything like that? Why would you attack somebody?
Right.
I'm really against discrimination. I'm really against any racism or, any of those kind of situations because I'm for and pro diversity.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, here's the thing. I initially watched the video and I thought, is this in the South? Is this down South where, then to find out it's Chicago. Chicago's not the South. I mean, it's middle America, sure, but there's plenty of Puerto Ricans in Chicago. Shout outs to my cousin Rudy, who I know is over there, who's Puerto Rican as all hell. So it's kind of off-putting that this happened where it happened and how it happened. But you know what? I'm so curious as to know what our special guest Ashleigh Wilkerson thinks about this, author of The Silent Curse. You weigh in, darling. What do you think?
I think it's really sad, like you said, if it was prior, years ago, maybe, you would still see this kind of thing going on, but now, I think it really shouldn't be at all. I don't think it was ever called for, ever, but, it really shouldn't be still going on now.
Yeah.
With, like Tori said, all the diversity that we do have, people should be past it. However, I think with everything that's going on, so many more people are, they're feeling more free, to be racist, and I guess it's because of stuff that's going on within our country right now, so.
Yeah. It's crazy. And Marty, I know that you're here. I know you must have seen it, brother.
I actually didn't.
No?
Nah, I missed the video.
Oh man, that's because you're too busy.
Yeah.
That's because you're too busy on Sirius XM right now.
That's why I actually didn't even chime in on the subject because I would have sounded wild stupid.
I got you.
No idea. I missed it, unfortunately.
No worries. We'll take care of it. But yes, guys. So if you're just tuning in and if you're just joining us, this is La Cocina Podcast, episode 8 for the culture. I'm joined by my homegirl here, Tori Indeed from Vibe to Vibe Radio. I'm joined by, that went up. I'm joined by Ashleigh S. Wilkerson, author of The Silent Curse. We're going to be talking a little bit about her book later on in the show. I'm also joined by my homeboy, MartyRockk. He's in the building with us. Super excited to have him here. It's going to be a great show. Thank you all for tuning in. So second
Shout
topic.
Out to the location. It smells mad good in here.
Does it?
It's so anti-guy in here. It smells mad good in here.
Well, we are in La Cocina.
Yeah, right?
It smells mad good.
Listen, what's crazy is last week, if you guys all tuned in, episode 7, we had an all-male cast. It was aside from myself, obviously. But we had Mello and Queso de Papa. Shout out to them for Earth Supreme. We had Elu TV in the building. Shout out to my boy Eric Lewis. So I'm really excited that we have a totally different dynamic to bring to the table today. And I thank you all for joining. We're still getting talks about check the mic, so I'm not sure exactly. If you guys can hear us, give us a thumbs up. If you can't hear us, well, I don't know. So I'm gonna just ask that everybody just speak directly into the mic, and we should be good from there. Thank you for everybody who's joining in on the live. I appreciate y'all. Second topic, Papa John's.
This one I know about.
This one you know.
This one I know about.
Okay, so we're gonna brief everybody else in case they haven't heard. Papa John's, John Schnatter. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Some people are saying Schnatter.
I think it's Schnatter.
Schnatter.
I think it might be.
Listen,
either way,
he's gone.
He's far
gone.
He's far from African American. So.
Yes. So he's gone. So here's what had happened. What had happened was poor Papa John was doing a media a media training program thing with a PR agency in hopes to rectify whatever problems that they had previously had with the NFL and some of the comments that he made, because I don't know if you guys remember, but he actually blamed the NFL and the take a knee situation on his pizza declining, his pizza sales declining and his revenue with that. And after that scandal, that got blown out of media PR proportion, and he had to rectify the situation. As he was doing that, he unfortunately made a few references that he shouldn't have made, one of which he spoke about was Colonel Sanders, who was the founder of KFC, saying that basically, he used the N-word and there was no type of uproar about that. Well, I don't know, John. Colonel Sanders, KFC, how many umpteen thousand years ago was that? This is 2018. This is what I'm trying to tell people. It's 2018. You can't get away with saying racist stuff. It's not going to happen. And I really think that it was a PR frenzy nightmare. And I do believe that perhaps, because now he's alleging, poor guy, that he didn't, he said it, but he didn't say it in the context of which it was supposed to be said. And he basically said it as a use of an example. But the PR company, in turn, he accused them of blackmailing him and coming out with the story, so he decided to resign anyway, more or less along the lines. So how are we feeling about this? Let's start with Marty over there, since he heard about it. We'll start with you, brother.
I think that in a certain position, especially if you're CEO, CFO of that cardboard tasting ass
He's the
pizza.
founder. He's the founder and CEO. Yeah,
like
chairman.
You definitely should watch what you say.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in the comfort of your house, you want to be a racist when you're home. More power to you. But I think it was in a meeting or a conference call.
Yeah, it was a conference call.
Yeah. Nah, B, that's a dub. You can't do that.
He's taking that L for real.
You can't do that. Yeah, nah.
Nah. Ashleigh,
there's no justifying that. There's nothing. Nah.
What did you think?
I agree. I think, again, I have no tolerance for racism at all. So even in the comfort of your home, after a while, your true character is going to show. And I think, that's what occurred. But, yeah, I think he did a good job, resigning. It's not needed. Someone with that type of character,
Listen, the reason why we're doing this, you good?
Since we're facing that way?
Well, you had the camera on you right there, so you may not want to move too much. Gotcha. He's good?
I'm good.
There you go. So, here's the thing, guys. Oh my gosh, Katana J just weighed in from the ATL. She said, oh yeah, it should be Papi Pendejo's Pizza. I can't deal with her right now. Shout outs to you, Katana. We miss you. Hope everything is well. And the A. Bobby Krill says the mic sounds a little distorted. Perhaps we can muster up something with that. Awesome. So yes, in all, the reason why this show for the Culture episode 8 was pretty much put together was to basically just say, please, can y'all understand that there are diverse people out here. They're going to wear whatever the heck they want to wear. They're going to represent whatever culture they feel happy to represent. And there's no issue with that. As for Papa John, boy, bye. Bye.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
Nah,
a wrap.
But I mean, you know what though? In his defense, not that I tolerate any kind of racism or anything like that, but in his defense, we
Right
didn't
up
hear,
into the mic, Marty.
we didn't hear what he said. You know what I mean? Like we didn't hear if he called somebody that or he was like, you know, I don't think the word, you know, whatever should be allowed in my restaurants. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Here's the thing,
like
and
you-
this is
we
this,
don't know what was said. You know what I mean?
Well, what was said was basically he made a comparison saying that Colonel Sanders never had the issues that he had,
Uh-huh.
and Colonel Sanders would use the N-word openly,
Okay,
and
but-
nobody reported on that.
But
And that was
is
all
there
he
audio?
said.
Is there audio of it?
No.
Oh.
But again,
But-
it was
Right.
such a long
I
time
can't hear
ago.
myself.
Right.
Go ahead.
It was such a long time ago, like you mentioned.
Yeah, you definitely can't compare the two. Like Colonel Sanders' days to
Not saying
these
it was
current
okay
days.
then.
Not saying it
No.
was okay then,
But again,
but it was definitely
different.
being
It was
thrown.
different.
KFC started where? Where did it start?
Down south. I'm not exactly. Hang on, we can
Kentucky?
Google it.
Yeah, but
Kentucky. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is it really?
I mean, it's
This
the
might
name.
this might be a dumb question.
Oh my gosh. Listen, this is La Cocina podcast. No such thing as dumb questions and anything goes. So
Did
we're gonna
Kentucky Fried Chicken start in
In
Kentucky?
We're-
Let's
All
try
right, let's
this.
make bets. No.
It might have not like this. It could be for the sake of the business. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. Listen.
I'm trying to justify my dumbness right now.
I can't stand you. It was founded by Colonel Holland Sanders, okay? Yep, in Corbin, Kentucky.
Oh, look at that.
I was
So
right.
for sure,
Yeah.
the K in KFC does
Definitely.
it does represent Kentucky.
Well,
for
it
sure.
definitely started in the South,
Yes.
but I'm pretty sure the N-word was being thrown around heavy at that time.
Of course.
Yeah, like really heavy. So.
And that was in the first franchise that opened up in Utah in 1952. So, yeah. We're
Yeah.
talking hella years difference, Mr. John Schnatter. Schnatter. You know what I'm saying? And this is just all that I want all of you watching to consider is this is 2018, man. It's time to really get in line and understand where you fall in this tree of things that are going on here. And if it's not your place to comment on a person's attire, and if it's not your place to comment on a certain particular member of people's or members of a culture without using derogatory racial slurs, then that's just it. That's it. You're done. I mean, there's really no going back from this. He's already lost. He's lost his name on a stadium over where he came from. And I think it's Louisville. Don't quote me. But listen, long story short, he's losing all of his credibility, all of everything that he's worked so hard for, and it is a shame to see somebody stripped away of all of their accomplishments and their success, but this is how the way the cookie crumbles. That's just the way it is.
For the record, if anybody's tuned in from out of the tri-state area, Papa John's is far from New York pizza.
Yes.
Far
Yes.
from New York pizza. So
He's right.
Let's be
don't-
clear on that.
Let's clear the
don't
air.
ever-
But if y'all can
Play
forward
yourself.
the formula for the cheesy sticks y'all got to Domino's, we're good. Because I'm telling you, the only reason why I was ordering from y'all in the first place was because of the cheesy sticks. But listen, comment below. What are your thoughts? I want to hear from you guys in the audience. It's definitely a sensitive topic. I agree, Katana, but it needs to be talked about. Race and racial issues are a big, big part of what La Cocina podcast does want to speak on and speak about, these social injustices and these social issues. So, that being said, let's get into some fun stuff. Yeah, because we had some heavy topics, I know. So how do we feel about Cardi B naming her baby Culture with a K? You know what? Let's go down the line. Let's start with Tori. What you think?
Why do I have to go first?
I saw her face when she said it.
Okay, I love Cardi B. That's like my alter ego, like my alter personality on the low. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So shout out
I
to
think
her.
you're speaking for a lot of females.
And you know
when you
what?
say that.
I respect her hustle. I respect her hard work and
Yes.
whatnot. Culture with a K.
It's innovative.
I like it, but I don't know if I would accept
See,
it.
I don't mind it if it's culture Kiari, right? It's Kiari.
But why
think
couldn't
so,
it? Yeah.
Like if it's culture Kiari the whole time, then maybe. But culture by itself, and then like the last name Cepheus.
It could be worse.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You feel me though? Like
yeah.
I mean, and it's no shade, Cardi.
It could be worse though.
It could be.
Her name could be Belcalis, like her mother. It could be worse.
Or she could have done the Gwyneth Paltrow and named the baby Apple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Bronx.
We could have done that. Listen, we know that we're not going to get typical names from celebrities. It's not in their line of work
Especially
to
ratchet
give.
ones.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ratchet.
Listen, royalty ratchet. Okay, we put respect on that name. It's royalty ratchet in the building. But Cardi, I mean, culture with a K. I still can't get over culture with a K.
That's the part. The K.
I'm
You
not
like
gonna
the K?
lie,
I like
You
the
like it? Weigh in. Come on.
I like the K better than the C. It's different. My name is spelled different. So I'm like, oh, I like that. It's different.
Right.
Culture, I like it.
You know what? Listen, I don't care about the K part. It's just the whole, listen, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Culture and then Cepheus. Culture Cepheus. It sounds like some type of... Come on, y'all can fill in your own blanks. Y'all know what it sounds like. Y'all know what it sounds like, right?
When I think of culture, without like being the industry culture, like hip hop culture, music culture, I think of a culture on a petri dish.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So when you say it like that, culture, like
I'm just saying it wrong.
But when you say it, makes me picture a petri dish. But
because that's the way I thought of it.
But when I hear
honestly,
culture, I'm like, okay, like it's something to get used to.
I honestly could care less. Really.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that they deserve their privacy. Like it's a very special moment for them. Like especially knowing that they've been through so much in the past year. Like her success, his success, him almost losing his life. You know what I mean? Like they go through a lot of shit. They're human, just like we are.
Right.
My bad. Can
That's
I curse?
okay. You could say shit.
Oh,
shit
okay.
is allowed.
Cool.
Okay.
But I think that we need to. Everybody needs to mind their damn business. Like for real, like just give them their privacy. They're
well, if we was minding their business, we wouldn't have a topic to talk about right now.
But they're still a fresh couple, and this is their first child together.
Yes.
And I think that everybody should respect that and just let them live in that special moment.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Like no matter what the baby's name is, I think they know what the meaning is.
That's right.
They know why culture is spelled with a K. And it's special to them, and that's what matters.
That's right.
That's my honest opinion. Like, that's really what matters. What I want to know is when is Cardi getting back to these hits?
Here's the thing, and she mentioned, I believe she already spoke with US Weekly rather. I'm sorry. And she's saying that this mommy job requires full day, all night attention. I mean, you know that. You're a daddy. You know how it is.
I mean, I respect that 100%. You know what I mean? Especially coming from somebody who's such a bad example for women. You know, she's the perfect example of making a shitty situation good.
Yeah.
You know, because she's from Highbridge, just like the worst part of the Bronx. And she could have easily been in a lot worse position than she is now, and if she wants to dedicate her life to raising her child, then I respect that 1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
I mean, I don't think she'll not come back to music. I just think that it may.
Yeah, but not everybody's Beyonce either, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You
but listen, let me tell you something. Let's not sleep on Cardi because Cardi was out here like still twerking on stage, fully pregnant, like whole baby.
No. We're talking about Coachella. Yeah. Where she performed her whole album like in her third trimester. Like what the fuck?
Listen, big ups to Cardi. I don't really like I can't say that I don't like the name. I just don't okay.
It's something that's you have to get used to.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Cool. Whatever. It's your
world. When the Kardashian named their kid.
I think it still fits like them, like for them, who they are, their personality, and what they're contributing, to hip hop. Like it fits them.
And it was the Migos, right?
Yeah,
the culture.
I was about to say that. That's the name of their album. Yeah.
So I get it, and she said she was gonna let Offset name the baby. So if anything, the smoke should be that way. No, I'm just kidding.
I like it. I just don't know, like
it'll have to grow on you.
Yeah, I like it. It just has you got to get used to it.
Yeah,
you got to get used to it, and it's probably gonna become a popular name now.
I would, you know what? Yeah, What's the bet on that? What do you guys think? Do you think that the name Kulture was cool? Did y'all like it? Weigh in on it for me. Just let me know what you guys think. Comment in the comments below. We'll read it later, I promise you. But we got to move on. That was our trending topic segment for today. It was heavy, then we got light, and now we're going to get into these interviews. So first up, let's bring in Ashleigh S. Wilkerson. Ashleigh S. Wilkerson. I love it. I love it. What's the S stand for? I'm just curious.
Shanice. That's my middle name.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that.
When
much
she's
better
hot,
than much better than Kulture. So for those of you who are just tuning in, we are now in the process of interviewing Miss Ashleigh S. Wilkerson. She is the author of The Silent Curse. I have a copy here. Beautiful. You guys saw that, right? It's available at barnesandnoble.com. We can throw that on the bottom just in case people don't know where barnesandnoble.com is. But y'all need to go get a copy of this. So The Silent Curse. Talk to me a little bit about, without giving the whole book away, but you know what? Let's take this back. I don't even want to start off with the book. I lied. Let's start off with you, because I know that you are a journalist, an author, and a singer-songwriter. So talk to me about how you got your start within that.
So everything starts with music and writing. I've been doing both since like forever. Even like as young as elementary school, I was writing short stories. And then I started studying journalism soon, like into high school, going right into college. And then music, like I said, has just always been. I was recording myself, and then now I just started again writing for others. So
that's awesome.
Everything just coincides all together.
So talk to me a little bit about what inspired you to write a book after everything that, you wrote songs and you did that, but what made you feel like a book is now necessary?
So again, like I had written a couple of different short stories, and this one was one, like it really stuck out to me. Like I wrote it at first, and then I went back and rewrote it. I had posted like some of it on Facebook, and I just felt like it's a story that a lot of people can relate to. There's a lot of mental illness going on. As we were just talking about racism, like the main character, she comes from a diverse background and stuff, so it's that going on. There's cheating. There's a little bit of murder going on. There's a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
This is spicy.
So yeah, it's
you gotta go get you a copy. The Silent Curse.
I like.
And
I
I
like
don't
a lot
even read
of
books.
drama. Well, see,
I really don't.
I really like like a lot of drama, suspense. Like that's really what I was going. Same thing with like my music, like like a Mary J kind of thing. So it's like all of that just mixed all together.
That's awesome. So now talk to me about the main character, because her name is Mariah. Beauvoir. Okay. So where did your inspiration come from with her? Because she, like, as soon as you open the book, you're like right in the thick of it almost. She's sitting down with
Justice McCall. He's a journalist.
Right.
So I took that from like with me being a journalist. So
right.
Like I said, like anything I ever write, I add a little bit of me in there here and there. So, based it on that, and she comes back home basically to have an interview based upon like all the different stuff that her family was going through, like the crime and the infidelity and stuff. And there are some things that she's actually blamed for too, and now she's giving her side, as to what happened.
Right. That's awesome.
Thank
I like
you.
that. Weigh in, Tori. Don't be so quiet over there.
I'm just.
You are a co-host. I know you know her, but you could still ask questions too. So, Tori, do you have any questions for Ashleigh? Anything that I have so far missed out on?
I just have to comment before anything. I'm just so proud. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Ashleigh. So it's like a sincere thing. Like, so I had my proud moment, like watching you explain and inform everybody about your book and what it's about. So it was just like a proud moment. It was like I was our friend
taking
right
it
now.
in.
Yeah. So no, but I do know it's a nonfiction book.
It's fiction.
I'm sorry, fiction. See, I'm lying.
Yeah, like just in case. No, they're very relatable though. Very relatable.
That's what I meant to say. Like, it's fiction, however,
very relatable.
Very relatable. You caught me there. You caught me slipping. But I don't know. I know you had some snippets on your blog, and you were kind of giving people teasers.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to mention other than what's already on your blog, or anything we might have mentioned?
I would just say, sometimes people just aren't who you think they are. Even your biggest inspirations, like your mother, your father, as your kid, you're thinking certain things in certain ways, and, people can be biggest heroes, but sometimes, as you get older, you see the real light, and it causes people to do certain things, and certain things that aren't really good, but You know, it happens.
Now, there's certain elements of this book that kind of made me wonder, are these things that you encountered in your day-to-day life at some point, or something that you may have heard of in passing?
No, if they were, I know this. If they were guys, I wouldn't be here right now. No.
Are you the murderer?
No. I just have, I don't know, it's just, like I said, my imagination, and just other things, like, I have heard, like, some of the stuff you'll hear, like, in the news, or you'll see, like, on different shows and stuff, and just knowing, like, we all know, you know, different married couples and stuff, and sometimes, you know, those marriages don't work out, and people step out in their relationships and stuff, so it's just things like that, like, just very relatable topics.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
You go for it.
My bad.
I
know I'm not an interviewer, but I'm just interested to know, did you put these or this out independently, or did you get picked up by a publisher?
I actually have a publisher. Shout out to my publisher,
dope.
Black Gold Publishing. And so basically a good friend of mine that I went to high school with, Ashleigh, shout out to her. I told her basically we work in the same field, like with media and entertainment and everything. And I was telling her, like, you know, I want to get it published. Like, I was looking for the right direction to go into. So I had a professor that gave me, like, a book full of publishers. I'm looking through them, like, none of these are really sticking out. But, like, you know, like, some of them, like, you can get published, you know, just for being white, just for being Spanish,
right.
for, like, blue hair. Just, like, they're all looking for different things. So none of them stuck out, though. And she told me, she was like, oh, shoot your shot. Like, go to Black Gold Publishing and just see what they say. I sent it to her. Immediately, she picked it up, and we just been going straight through. Like, it all happened within this year.
That's dope.
Now, what is the process? 'Cause,
Congratulations,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Congratulations. I'm
that's
sorry,
definitely
seeming like
not-
a heathen.
That's
Like,
not easy. That's not something easy to do, yo. Like,
No.
publish a book. Like, I heard people go years and years trying to get their book published,
Yeah.
and they eventually have to do it independently. And
right.
it's very, very, very
Hard to
very
do.
expensive and
Very
hard to
blessed.
do. That's good though. Like, congratulations for real. Like,
Thank you.
for real. I wish you much success
Thank you.
on the book. I mean, it may not be a bestseller, but your second, third, fourth, fifth
I'm
book
hoping.
might. But this is dope for real. Like,
Thank you.
that's real dope.
That's awesome.
Right.
I'm really feeling the fact that, number one, you have so many different dynamics to you, where it's like you're singer-songwriter, you're journalist. So let's talk about journalism, because I know that you graduated from Berkeley College with a degree in fashion. So you, like, where did all of this come from? You started with journalism and then ended into fashion. How did that happen?
So I was doing journalism for forever, and then for a while I started modeling, and I was like, okay, so I want to know the business part of it, but the business part included numbers. I'm a writer, me and math, I like, ugh.
I
So
feel you.
Get along.
Oh, girl.
yes, I was ready. I got my degree though. I finished through, but I was like, you know, if I'm still gonna model or do like music videos and stuff down the line, okay, cool. But I knew like my heart was set back to go to journalism.
Right.
So I got into Seton Hall, which I finished in December.
Yes, congratulations to that. I
Thank
finished
you.
too in December. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I just want to be done already. But yes, Seton Hall.
Yes,
So, and your major now there is
journalism.
Okay.
Yes, but I basically took all my credits that I had started with, and you know everything transferred. So I was like, oh, you'll be done in the 2 years. So back to where I
That's
wanted to
awesome.
Yeah, and you guys work together too, right, Tori and Ashleigh?
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about your platform and what Ashleigh does for your
All right,
platform.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you the scoop of Ashleigh. I know. No, I'm just kidding.
be. Thank you.
No, seriously.
No, so Ashleigh is. Oh, you want the scoop?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say a joke, but well, I actually had a comment about the book. I know we kind of moved forward already. But
No, comment
what
on
I
the
do-
book?
a comment / question. So, how did you build the confidence to go forward with the book to get it published? Because I know it's a whole bunch of little short stories you were writing, and you
Yeah.
finally put it into a book. So, what was that moment where you were like, you know what, I got this. I'm just gonna do it, and you accepted it, like.
I told myself this year, like, you know, for those that really know me, like, I'm really quiet. Like, I'm such an introvert, but, like, I'm like, God's giving me all these, like, extrovert talents, but I'm super quiet. Like, even when you get to know me, like, I can still be quiet. So I told myself, like, this year, like, that's it. Like, no more excuses. You know, I'm shooting my shot every direction. Like, that's it. You know, just go for it. Because you just never know. Like we said on the news and stuff, you see so much happening today. God forbid, you know, tomorrow. You just never know what's to come. So, like, I don't want to, you know, have any type of regrets.
Right.
And like I said, I've been writing forever. Like, I had notebooks full of stories. So I'm like, you know, like, maybe my story, you never know. Like, it could, you know, help someone else, touch someone else, and, you know, push forward and follow through with their dreams as well, you know? So
Yeah.
that was my whole idea behind it. Like, just shooting my shot.
So you finally accepted all the talent, all the blessings, and you just shot your shot.
Exactly.
Listen, it's hard. It's hard to accept who you are as a person. It's hard to accept the God-given abilities that have been given to you and how to use them. You know, so I commend you for that, because it's not easy to maneuver, especially if you're a person who has multi-talents. It's really hard to figure out, okay, what's my avenue? What's my lane? What's going to work for me?
You're
So
right. That's very well worded.
yeah, it is
'Cause I know
hard.
even you're a standing example. You do media. You're a journalist. You're a singer.
Yeah.
You songwrite. You do everything.
Yeah,
Even I know you behind the camera. So you do like both behind and.
But shout out to the camera king that usually has my back on most things. I appreciate him for being here.
Shout out to the camera king. He's everywhere.
But yes, and I thank you for acknowledging that. I appreciate it, and it is, and that's what I mean. Like, it's coming from a place of understanding, in a sense that, you know, it's tough to
Right.
kind of put everything together and just be like, okay, now what? You
And
know?
it's like you want to pick one, but you're just so good at so
Exactly.
many things. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna pick 1.5.
Yeah, I'm
2.5.
Just mix
Like,
them all up. Like,
just stir your pot.
Listen, so plug yourself in before we forget and before anything happens. Plug yourself in on social media, where we can find your book, everything.
So my social media.
Right in that camera over there.
It's Ashleigh_S_Wilkerson. The Ashleigh is spelled ASHLEIGH. Same thing on Facebook, Ashleigh S. Wilkerson, and The Silent Curse can be found on barnesandnoble.com.
Yeah,
Just type
can
in
we
The Silent Curse.
show, because I know we have a picture of the book. Let's put up the website. Yeah, all of that, right up in there. Yep. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you so much. Is there any other question that I forgot, Tori? Because Tori will know. Tori has the answers.
Okay. I do have the. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Let's talk about the cover, just really quickly.
So the cover, that is Aunt Elaine on the cover, but I stole her picture from my mother. So basically, the picture is like a cartoon version of my mother. The original picture, though, my mother doesn't have the finger. I did that because, I know she's going to want half of everything. So, so I put a finger in it. But yeah, if you look on like my social media, they're side by side. It's my mother when she was like, I think that was a high school picture.
That is
So
awesome.
they just made it look a little scarier and added the finger.
And
go
go ahead. No, you're good. You're good.
And what was her reaction to that?
She was like, "Oh yes, Pooh." My nickname is Pooh. Oh yes,
Oh,
Pooh.
snap.
We're gonna be rich. And I'm like, "How are you gonna be rich when that's not you? You don't have a finger in your picture." So she was like,
Got
"You did
him.
this on
Be
purpose."
careful. Be careful. She'll find a way to come back and see
Yeah,
you.
she like posted it everywhere. I'm like, this girl.
That's crazy.
I know your family's very supportive and proud of you.
Yeah,
Me
they
as
are.
a fellow, we work side by side on our creations, and I'm really
do.
proud of you. So
Thank you,
I'm
Tori.
rooting for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So will the truth set her free? The only way to find out is to go to barnesandnoble.com and read The Silent Curse by Ashleigh S. Wilkerson. Go and follow her. Listen, big things are coming. Big things are coming.
you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And let's move. Let's shift the attention for a second to Mr. MartyRockk, who's in the building.
Yo.
Yeah. I can't stand you. He's like, yo.
You know what? I got to give you credit because I know you've been DJing, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you're very original. You're authentic. I actually drove down to Atlantic City once.
Word, yes. Thank you for that.
To support
that was fire.
you.
That was dope.
Yeah, and you did a hell of a job.
Thank you. They actually closed that club now, yo.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
okay.
Crazy. It
There's more
happens.
venues out there.
It happens. And for a while, I was like the Medusa of Atlantic City. Like everything I turned to shit. Everything I touched turned to shit. Like,
Were you the good luck Chuck of Atlantic City?
I really was. Yeah. Like I had a residency at Dusk for like 2 years. That closed.
Wow.
Then I was at Providence and I was alright. I was eating and then boom, pulled that carpet from under my feet. So I was like,
But
whatever,
now,
man.
started from the bottom and now we here
Nah, we still
because
at the bottom, yo.
listen, but I've seen worse. I've seen rough, okay? We talking like, where were we when we did that first interview for
Yo,
Behind the Vibe? We had
That
to be,
was at, Fire and Ice? I think
yes,
that
it was Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Fire and Ice. Shout outs to Ford. Shout outs to
Nah,
Jersey.
nah,
Everybody
they not getting
tuning
no
in.
clout, no.
No?
Fire and Ice
All
is
right,
a
forget
dub.
it, Fire and Ice.
But you know
Fire and
what?
Ice is a dub.
Just to comment on your you said, oh, everything you touch turns to shit. But you know what? It's so hard for a DJ to have a resident place to DJ.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if they close down or not. You had a legit spot for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Word. It was dope. It was a dope experience. I'm not even gonna lie. It was really dope. That room just meant a lot to me because DJ AM was my favorite DJ. So
oh wow.
Like, absolutely, like my son's middle name is Adam because of him. His name is Adam Goldstein. So he actually built that club. So he got tired of DJing like in like every single club in Atlantic City, and then somebody was just like, yo, we need to link up and we need to make our own spot, and they did inside of Caesar's Palace. And that's why that club meant so much to me. Like, the pay was shit there, but just because I knew, like, I mean, call me, I don't know, superstitious or crazy or whatever, but I kind of like felt his energy in the room. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That was definitely, it was one of the last rooms he played before he passed away. So it was just always just a pleasure to play there. And then, like, I would always see, like, they had a little memorial for him outside of it. And it was just a constant reminder that, you know, like, I can accomplish stuff that he accomplished, you know. He was definitely the most accomplished open format DJ probably to date.
Right. And
then it was just a constant reminder that just to keep it moving, you know. And he had a big problem with addiction and stuff, so it was always a reminder that no matter what's going on, there's always anything's possible, you know.
And that's the thing, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, one of the things that I can attest about you, and it's no shade to any other DJs, but you know, when you're doing a set, you are focused. You are super focused. Like, there's nothing that is in your realm of a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that about you. Not only that, but you know, the fact that you've never struggled in that sense with addiction, as far as I know. You've always kept it clean. What's your inspiration to doing that?
There was a little point in my career where I started experimenting. I got I just started getting like a little tired, a little overworked. So I kind of I experimented with stuff, and then it got a little crazy to the point where I was like, all right, I need to control this. You know what I mean? And then you know, there's always the temptation of drinking, and sometimes you overdo it. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of what I struggle with the most,
right?
Because it could go left quick. It could go from social drinking to alcoholism in like a matter
in a heartbeat.
Of 2 drinks,
and it's not just you, Marty.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Right. But
you
the thing is that I still get nerves to this day.
Of course.
Like I still get nerves. Like if it was my first gig.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
You played off so well.
I really do. I get like wild nervous.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Like crazy. Like I get the shakes and everything.
That?
Drinking.
Okay, but now obviously you don't drink to be an alcoholic.
Right.
So you take a shot.
Yeah,
I
do to take the edge off or whatever. But like I said, real quick, it could go from, all right, I'm taking the edge off to, fuck, I'm hammered. You know what I mean? Like, and it's happened a couple times, but now I'm kind of like learning to control it because I'm coming home and I have a baby. You know what I mean? So like I can't come home plastered like I used to. And not only that, but it's just not a good look because at the end of the day, it's still a job. Like,
it's a business.
It's a business,
and you are your own brand.
And nobody wants somebody who's sloppy as hell. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's definitely been a couple of times where I was like, oof.
And how do you snap out of it?
I'm glad I didn't do anything to burn that bridge. You know, like I just got lucky. But I just, you know, my girl is very, very like. She'll tell me like, yo, you're fucking up. Like, you get it right.
No more F-bombs.
Sorry, you're messing up.
How about when you're on set and you realize, oh man, I'm hammered, and you're doing your
water.
thing?
Start drinking mad water. Start drinking mad water, and then I just step outside for a little bit. Like, I get away from the party, and I just chill, and I'm like, all right, let me. I'll go grab a chopped cheese real quick, whatever. You know,
chopped cheese, I can't stand you.
Put something in my stomach.
You starting to be more New York than you are Jersey for sure. Look at that hat.
Always. Wait,
you so.
This was actually a gift. It's my favorite hat, yo.
Alright, so long as you're not switching lanes completely now, pulling a DJ Drew. No, we won't go there. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Shade.
Did she do it? No,
The
she
shade.
didn't. Come on now.
I can't wait to see my reaction. I was just like,
No, but listen, alright, so look, man. Now, things have changed dramatically for you in terms of your dad now. And
Right.
congratulations on that. Shout
Thank
out to
you,
your
thank
wifey, Nicole. I know she's holding it down.
Always.
So talk to me about your son, because I've seen him on the ones and
She
twos,
is-
man.
First off, my girl is a hero. Like, she is a superhero. Like,
Yes.
dead ass. Like, she just works mad hard, so I could be able to pursue my dream. Now it's our dream.
Right.
She actually was a dancer, is a dancer, but she kind of like completely stepped back from her love and her passion so I can do mine, which is not easy to do.
That's
at
real
all.
love. That's real.
That's not easy to do at all. But that's amazing. You know what I mean? And I always try to give her the credit. You know, like I don't credit her as often as I should. But that's definitely shout out to her for doing that, because she's a phenomenal mother. She's a great partner to me. And our little man Jackson, Adam, is
I love that
the
name.
light of my life. He's such a little shit. I love him.
But he's
so
already
funny.
spinning. Like, you put him on.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I don't. He
What do you mean?
bothers. Like, when I be trying to like get work done, he's like climbing my leg. He's just ODing. Like, he just wants to touch the turntables. Like, Nikki had to get him a little like Fisher Price turntable,
yeah.
and like now he like I have an extra pair of headphones at home. He like puts them on.
Aww.
He like he like loves music. Like, I'm like, no, love like medicine or something. Like, I want him
Listen,
to
you
be like
can't-
a
you
doctor
can't
or
help it.
something. I know.
It has nothing to do with you,
You know how
bro.
it
I really,
feels.
oh my God. I look at him and I'm like, why do you like music? Like, the music industry is like the worst thing to ever
Try to pursue.
Yeah, for
I
real.
know. We all know.
It's the
All of
worst.
us at the table know.
God, I'm like, yo, why don't you like books or something? Like,
Go read The Silent Curse. Why don't you?
I'm like, yo, go watch Doogie Howser or something. Yo, like, got it.
Wow.
But, nah, he loves music. He's dances. This little kid's amazing. Like, the things he does is just hilarious, and it's hard. The hardest part of my job is leaving him.
Yeah,
And,
I can
and
imagine.
obviously my girl. Like, I miss. Everybody thinks that being a DJ is a big ass party. It is, but you have to understand that we also sacrifice everything. Thanksgiving Eve, we're in the club. New Year's Eve, we're in the club.
What about Christmas
every
Eve?
weekend-
Yeah, they do have. They do have
Christmas
clubs.
Eve. Yeah,
Wow.
And New York nightlife.
They don't ever sleep.
Yo, it could be a zombie apocalypse, and they still not closing.
Yeah.
They're still not closing.
Shout out to the Story of Queens right now. Jimmy's tuning in on the live. We appreciate you, bro. And shout outs to everybody that's tuning in on the live. Like, y'all have been coming in and showing love, and we appreciate you. We're joined here by Tori Indeed, my guest co-host for the evening.
Hello.
Ashleigh S. Wilkerson, who is the author of The Silent Curse. Go and pick it up right now on BarnesandNoble.com. We got my boy MartyRockk, DJ from New Jersey, representing New York right now. So no, I'm just playing with you. But listen, really quick though. Talk to me about this mix that you had featured on Sirius XM, Pitbull's Globalization, Channel 13. That was huge.
Yeah, it was dope. I actually been trying to get on that for a minute, but I'm not the type of person to be like, yo, what's up? Like, yo,
Right.
put me on. Like, I'll wait till you be like, yo, it's your turn, you know? Like, so I work for a company called DJ City, and they're a DJ blog, like, and record pool.
Wow.
And the owners of that company, or one of the owners, works for Pitbull directly.
Yeah.
So he runs the Globalization station.
Wow.
So it just goes down the line. Like, so he gave like mixed shows to other guys from DJ City and stuff. But DJ City is out in LA. That's where their headquarters is.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very West Coast heavy. Like, their DJ roster is like very West Coast, Midwest.
Shout outs to Cali, because we get
Yeah.
love from Cali.
Cali, Texas, especially Texas. My people in Texas. I'm actually going there in October to spin again. I was there last year, but it was dope. So they kind of like the ball was in my court. Like they hit me up and they were like, "Yo, you want to put together a mix for this weekend on
Wow.
so it'll be played on Globalization." I was like,
Hell yeah.
"There's a bear shit in the woods, bro."
There's a bear shit in the woods. Shout out to my dad. That's my dad's favorite line.
like,
There's a bear shit in the woods. I don't know.
I'm like, hell yeah. So I did that. And professionally, I rep New York because that's like where I work
It's the
out of.
tri-state. I get it.
Right, yeah, that's primarily where my gigs are out of right
Right.
now. So like I'm like real heavy in the downtown market circuit, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So I represented for New York. So they put it out, and then just the whole tri-state. So I really hope I did a good job. I tried to.
I think you did an amazing job.
I tried to paint a picture of the life in tri-state area through my
Yeah.
mix, because the way other DJs play from other parts of the country is a lot different to how we listen to. Like on the West Coast, for instance, they're very remix heavy, so they'll play like a poppin' version of a song from out here, like let's
Right.
say like Bodak Yellow, whatever, right? But they'll play like a remix of it. But if you play like the original out there, it's like a dub. Like it gets no reaction. Over here, if you play a remix, you're gonna get crucified.
Yeah, that's
You
really
know?
weird how that works
Right,
out.
yeah. So that's really what there's a part in the mix where it's like Uptown Baby, whatever, We Gets Down Baby. So and then I play them bow because obviously
I
them
just heard it in my head. That's
them
why I
bow
started
is
dancing.
Yeah, right?
them bow is very Uptown. Like when she like I don't know about you, but when I hear Uptown, when I hear them bow, I think Uptown, Wash Heights,
Yeah, of
chimney
course.
trucks, like you know what I mean. So that's it. That's kind of the thing I was going for. I was trying to paint the picture. So for that hour of your day, I wanted to bring you to New York real quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was and I really
I
hope
love
I
the fact.
accomplished that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I love the fact. Shout outs to the fact that you used a lot of freestyle, old school music on them joints. A lot of
Word. I
old
had to
school
take it
dance
there.
records.
I had to take it there.
And let me tell you something. You know I can appreciate that. And a lot of old heads who I had tuning into your mix were super pleased about that as well. And I love the fact that you kind of almost transitioned. You went from like 80s and then into 90s and then into, all of that mess. 2000s, I'm sorry. I don't mess with all of y'all music like that. But, I really appreciated the diversity in it. And
Thank you.
it seemed like you took a lot of time with this. So congratulations to being
Yeah.
featured that way,
And
man.
that's not easy to do when you have a child, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, wait, and climbing up your leg at the same time,
nothing
right?
is ever like you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this at this time, and your son is up, like he's
Yeah.
supposed to be napping, and he's up throwing his monkey at you, but yeah, thank you. Like, yo, your support was crazy.
My
on
support
this.
was on point.
Crazy,
It was on point,
crazy,
but it was
yo.
just crazy because I was in the
Crazy.
car
Yo,
and I was with my boyfriend and he had his mom in the back seat and all of a
Shout out to
sudden
Steve's mom.
he picks out and Marty starts playing tra tra tra. You already know what that's gonna do.
Word,
like that
word up.
song alone is
Word
just
up.
like okay. So she went wilding on that, but we totally enjoyed ourselves
thank
listening
you.
to
I
you.
really appreciate you, yo. Like, my social media was blowing this weekend, and
Yeah.
it was yo, for real, like your support was crazy. I appreciate you, I really do.
Yeah, no
and
doubt,
I
man.
appreciate everybody who tuned in. Like, for real, like I put a lot of time and effort into that mix, and like I said, there's still people in the world or in the country that haven't visited, that haven't, like, for us it's a luxury. Like for us it's not luxury. I'm sorry. Like New York, you got family in New York. I
Yeah.
got family in New York. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like nothing
like
to
going
us.
to a family's house.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like nothing to us. But there's actually people in the world that have never been to New York, that have
Right.
never been to New Jersey.
And dream.
Right, and like only dream about it. So like I had people like in Panama tuning in because my mom is Panamanian. So
Yeah.
I had people from Panama tuning in, people from
amazing.
Texas, like
You gave them the tri-state experience.
right, yeah, and that's really really what I tried to do, and it's hard to do because again, like you have to make it make sense. Like it's like painting a picture. Like like I'm like when you're painting, there's certain colors you can't paint together because if they dry close, they'll make like an ugly caca color. You know what I mean?
I love that you're so metaphorical about this, but you know what? It's true. Do you see music in colors?
I do. I really do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's
I really
awesome.
do. Yeah, like, and I see it a certain way. Like I'm a percussionist, like by nature. Like that was my first instrument. So like when people see like other things, like I play everything out. Like, that's how I do it.
Ramon Olivera is set to say hello.
Yeah.
He sees you doing your thing. We all see you doing your thing since day one, man. And if you guys haven't, go back. Go check out Behind the Vibe off my Danny Ray. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Go take a look at it. Yeah, it was an awesome interview. I got to tell you, your interview skills have been so much better now. So much better now. Poor guy was sweating bullets like, oh no. But you come a long way, and I definitely want to congratulate you on all of your success.
I thank you for having me. The show is fire. I really like it.
Thank you so much.
The setup is legit, yo.
It's dope.
This is legit.
You guys got to come through. You guys got to check it out. La Cocina Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel up, so in case you missed this live video or you caught the tail end of the live video, you can always go back. It'll be available to you on Monday. Last question, though. Song of the Summer for 2018.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
What is it?
My feelings. That's easy.
Oh, come on!
That's easy. No. It's market specific. It's very market specific.
Yeah.
If you're in the Latin urban market, it's Te Bote. That is the song of the century.
Yes.
Te Bote is major. And yo, matter of fact, shout out to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is the future of Spanish music. He is.
I gotta be honest with you. I wouldn't mind listening to trap in Spanish as opposed to English.
Oh,
and I don't take me the
wrong
wrong way.
I'm not even gonna take it there. I'm not even gonna push that subject. But me.
Well, don't, because we got 3 minutes left.
Word up though. Nah, Bad Bunny has made Spanish music a lot more mainstream friendly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Shout out to Bad Bunny and
everybody in the
Bad Bunny's making Puerto Ricans learn
Listen, let me tell you something. Afro Latinos are taking over in the only way.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Bad Bunny's making Puerto Ricans learn Spanish.
I saw somebody write that.
Oh my gosh. I'm done with y'all. But listen, I want to thank everybody who has tuned in on the live today. This has been an amazing show. This has been episode 8, if you can believe it. I'm actually thinking of taking a break soon. What do you think? Just do episode 10 and leave them hanging. No, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going.
Keep going. Build up the suspense.
Well, I guess I have to keep going.
You gotta keep going.
Listen.
You hot right now. You can't take a break.
Right?
You can't.
Am I hot? Am I hot right now? Comment below, guys.
You hot.
Comment below. Is the show hot? Y'all feeling the show?
Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this.
Listen, it's here for you. La Cocina Podcast. This has been episode 8 for the culture. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed the content, enjoyed the commentary and the conversation. I appreciate you all for joining in today. I know I'm kind of wrapping this up a little early, but it's hot. We ain't got no AC on right now because we don't want to interfere with the audio levels. But again, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Join our La Cocina community. We have a community. Y'all know that, right? Are you a part of the community?
I am. Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Don't.
I am. Like the Facebook page.
Yeah.
I noticed today I didn't like it. I was like, how did I not like it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It said they've joined the community, but they're not liking the podcast.
That's why I didn't like the page.
Yeah, because
not purposely.
No, I know, but you was in the community, so you figured.
I'm part of the community too.
Yeah, everybody that's at this table is, and I encourage all of you to join in on the conversation next week. Sunday 7 to 8 is Cocina Sunday. That's it. That's what y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta tune in.
Sofrito Sundays.
Yeah, listen, that's false advertisement. We go with Cocina Sundays around here, but a little bit of sofrito on top. But listen, I want to thank my special guest co-host Tori Indeed subbing in for Katana and the ETL. We don't know what's happening. I need for her to come back, but we're not sure. So maybe if y'all comment below enough, we can get her to come back. How about that? Does that sound good? No?
That sounds good.
Come back, Katana. Come back. All right, so Tori Indeed of Vibe to Vibe Radio. Be sure to check her out on
Monday night.
Tomorrow
And Wednesdays.
Monday and Wednesdays.
Yep.
What times?
8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Don't act like you don't know your own show, girl.
Wait a minute.
And Ashleigh S. Wilkerson, thank you so much for joining us and talking about your book. Everybody go and cop The Silent Curse on BarnesandNoble.com. Support.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Definitely.
for having me.
I appreciate you being here. And my boy, last but not least, MartyRockk.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through, bro.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
You know, you already know. It's nothing but love here.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing up next. Everybody go and follow him at MartyRockk, and that's with 2 Ks. Don't get it twisted.
Yep.
All
2
right.
Ks like Culture.
So it's 8 o'clock.
You got that.
It's 8 o'clock, everybody. Let's sign off. Bye.